Hi everybody, and welcome back to day 3 of Father's Day cards with the Cricut. I made this card for my brother-in-law who happens to like to work on cars. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up my supplies so we can get started making the card. Now my card measures 9 inches by 6 inches. And I take it and scored it in half to make it a 4.5 inch by 6 inch card. The other thing I've gone ahead and done is I've gone ahead and taken my Tim Holtz Distress ink, the new color that I just picked up called Faded Jeans, and I went ahead and inked all of my edges all the way around, and then I took my Quick Cuts folder, the large dots, and ran that through to put that on the card. So now what I'm ready to do is I just want to go ahead and lay out my pieces for the front of the card. And my first piece measures 4.25 by 1 inch. And I've marked a little line where I want to put that first piece, and then my second piece measures 1.25 by 4.25, and I'm going to put that on my little mark that I have here. And then my last piece measures 1 inch by 4.25. So that's going to go right there. And the next thing that I've also done is I've gone ahead and taken my Stampin' Up! Punch. This is the, sorry for the glare, 1.5 inch circle. And I've gone ahead and I've cut out or punched out 2 circles with this cardstock. And I took one of the circles and cut that circle in half so that I would have 2 half circles and 1 full circle. So now the half circles I want to go ahead and put behind one of the layers, my top layer, and I'm going to probably have it about right there. And then my second half circle I'm going to put over on this side, and I'm going to kind of lay it right there. And then the third circle will go just there. So let's go ahead and tape the circle, since I've got it at the level that I want it. And we're going to go ahead and tape the circle down to this top layer here. So I'm going to get out my Tombow adhesive to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place like a little mark on the back of here so I know exactly where I want that circle to be taped. And I'm just going to run a line along there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put some tape down here on the back with the Tombow adhesive, and I'm going to go right up to that line. And then I'm just going to add my circle, or my half circle, and line it up and just press down. So now it'll be ready to add to the card. So let's go ahead and do the second piece. But first what I want to do is make sure I put this back where it was, so I can line that up. And then I'm going to line this piece up here and add my circle or my half circle and just put that, kind of line it up where I want it, which is about right there. And I'm doing a lot of eyeballing here because, as I said before, I really do not like to measure. So I'm going to once again take my pencil and just make a faint line on the back here. Or it doesn't matter, it can be a darker line because this is not going to be seen anyway. And then I'm going to take my Tombow adhesive and get some tape right up to the line. And then I'm going to add that half circle. So now that piece is ready to be taped down. So now what we're going to do is just go ahead and start taping down our pieces. So, and I think because this is such heavy cardstock, I'm going to use my ATG gun for that. And we're going to go ahead and get the tape all the way around on the edges and then down in the middle. So now let's go ahead and we're going to add it at that line, that pencil line that I put on the card. Except I need to be over a little bit more because I want to have at least 1/4 of a edge on each side. So I'm going to line it right there. And I've got a little bit of glue, but I can get that, or tape, and get that off. So now that's our first layer. So now let's go ahead and line up the second layer and get some tape on the back and add this layer. And I make sure I get my tape on the edges, and then we'll get a little tape down here in the middle. And I want to get some tape on top of that circle as well. So now I got too much tape on there. So, but I'll get that off with the adhesive remover. So let's line this up where we're going to put it on that line and lay that down. So now let me get the adhesive remover tool so we can get some of that tape up that we've got here. And my adhesive remover looks like this. And I did get a comment from one of my subscribers asking where I picked this up. This is by EK Success, and I actually picked it up at my local scrapbooking store. But I do believe you can order it online. I've seen it, I think, at createforless.com. They also carry it. So you can check them out and see if they have it if your local scrapbooking store does not have it. So now let's go ahead and we're going to add that last layer. And I'm going to bring it up to about right here. Like so. And let's see, I did put a line, so actually I'm going to be putting it right there. So now we can just go ahead and add this because the circle is not going to go underneath, it's going to go on top. So I'm going to just get some tape along here. And we'll just go down the middle. And we'll add that. And the other thing that I've done is I've also went ahead and inked the edges on each of these layers as well using the Faded Jean Tim Holtz Distress ink. So we can go ahead and we'll lay this one down. And now we have all of our layers laid down. So now let's go ahead and add the top embellishments. So what I've done is I've gone ahead again and used the Father's Day Cricut cartridge. And my brother-in-law likes cars and likes to build cars. So I'm going to put this card here on the front of the card. So now what I've done is I went ahead and I used my gypsy for this. And the car, which looks like this, you first cut your top layer. And my top layer is, let me bring that up, and that would be key 29, and it looks like this. So I went ahead and I cut that at 1 1/4 inches, and then I went back and cut the bottom layer, which is key 38 or 39, and it looks like this. And I also cut that at 1 1/4 inches. So I'm just going to lay that down for right now. And I went ahead and also inked the edges using the Tim Holtz Distress ink, the Faded Jean. I'm finding with this cartridge that there is no shadow feature or blackout feature, so you have to do a lot of cutting, and I found that I had to cut things twice to get the effect that I was trying to get for the car. And a lot of the images on there, I'm not sure why there was no at least blackout feature. So I want to lay the card right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my circle down as well, because I'm going to put what I've cut out is the word Super Dad, and that's also on the Father's Day cartridge. That is key number, let's see, let me check to see what key. I thought I wrote that down. That is key 46. I probably could have just counted them too. So, and it looks like this. So I cut the top layer, and then I cut the bottom layer, which is key 50. And I cut both of those at 1 1/4 inches as well. So that's going to lay on top of my little circle down here. And I've also went ahead and popped up that as well as the car. So let's go ahead and put these pieces down. I'm first going to go ahead and put the circle down, and I'm going to use the Tombow for that. Just make sure we get enough tape on here, because this cardstock is thick as well. And we're just going to put the circle right here and just rub it in to make sure that it's adhered down properly. So then I can go ahead and add my car, and I've got this popped up with some foam dots. So now that I've got all the tape off the foam, we'll go ahead and we're going to put the car right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape backing from the Super Dad, and I'm going to place that right here. So that's it. That's for the front of my card. Now for the inside, I've once again used my computer, and I've just printed out Sunny, Pleasant, Peaceful 2. Hope that's what Father's Day is for you. And then I've signed it, my name and my husband's name. So that's it. This is card number 3 of the series, Father's Day Cards with the Cricut. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.